No, no. Ugh. Good evening. We're gonna get started here a little bit. Got a lot to talk about, got a lot excuse me, to do. And I would like to oh god, hiccups. Gosh, these hiccups are killing me. They're killing me, Smells. Let's see, split screen. Yes, there we go. We get a beer, and we will get this train a-rolling. Oh yes. Why aren't you working, Restream? Why? Oh, because that. There we go. Howdy. Get a beer. Alright, you got the beer. Guinness. Oh, love that good old Guinness. Hey, Lily, what's going on? I'm back. Yeah, I got some news. Got some big old news. We'll talk about that. And why I've been away for like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. Oh. Alright. That download. One of my programs wasn't updated. And that should be good. Hey, hello. Alright, let's get the intro started. Bam. Bye. Oh. God, I love Guinness. I'm a huge fan of Guinness. All right. So big news to talk about. Well, first off, I went on vacation 2 weeks ago. 2.5 weeks ago. I don't even know when I left. It was like the first week of April. Yeah, probably 3 weeks ago. I went to New York to visit some family. Animated survival kit, what's going on? I went to visit some family in northern New York. Then I went to Texas. And then I got a job finally. And I went to check out the job. I am now my title is a virtual animator, but I'm contracted to the Army to help make gaming simulations and training simulations. So that is what I've been up to and why I've been gone for so long. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to open that up. So now I'm back ready. I finally got a house. I'm gonna be moving at the end of next month. I think that's the moving date. I forget. Yeah, and then we will be getting a set schedule. It's gonna be later at night. It's gonna be probably around this time, probably 8, 9 o'clock at night every night. Usually when Lauren goes to bed, so I'll have my time to animate. I'm only gonna animate like 1, 2, 3 hours max each night, except on the weekends, unless I wanna game during the week, because sometimes I need to take a break. Because I'm doing not just animating for my job. I'm doing everything, and I don't even just mean like 3D wise. I mean video stuff, editing, programming, all of it, the whole 9 yards. So I'm gonna have a busy time. So once when I get settled though, I'm gonna get a good set schedule. The only thing is, I'm also thinking about going for my master's at the same time online, so that might also stress it, and then I might just cut down animating to just the weekends. But I will still be streaming. I'm going to set a schedule. This month is going to be a little bit rough because I'm going to have to move, but after that, we're going to be good. Everything's going to be great. We're going to animate. And we're going to play some games too, actually. I kind of wanted to get Days Gone and stream that, and I'm probably gonna do that at midnight because I'm bad like that. I just want to celebrate my, I don't know. So I don't know. I like zombies. I like zombie games, except I'm not huge on The Walking Dead as much anymore, but whatever. Anyway, now that the updates are all gone through, we are going back to do some needlepoint animation. This is the game that's been I've been helping animate for a few friends at SCAD. They're animating, or they're sorry, we've got stuff going on in the background and distracting. I got a few friends who are making games, their final senior project for SCAD, and they are trying to get it into submission for E3, so they need some last minute animations, and I told them I'd help them out because I have a little bit of free time, and I'll definitely get it done in time for them, so it's gonna be awesome. This is their needlepoint game. This is their main character. I've featured doing their Frogman, the enemy, and I've done the walk cycle, the idle, and an attack cycle, 2 attack cycles, which is awesome. This time, I've worked on this character before already, but it was before I was streaming and animating. The first one I did was a dodge roll. I did a really good dodge roll, and they really liked that off the bat, so that's why they gave me more animations. And then I did a jump cycle for her, and now we are going to be doing a charge attack. So this is going to be fairly quick. It's only going to be about 30. It's going to be around 30 frames. I'm thinking it might be pushed to 35, 40 max, but it could go even lower. I could think it goes as low as 20, depending on how good we get this done. I actually did some good sketches for him, see what he wanted. So he wanted like a very heavy charge attack for this character. However, her weapon is a needle, and I'm thinking Game of Thrones, like with Arya and her needle. You can't really do like heavy attacks. You have to do very specific attacks with her. So I had a fencing type, I had a jumping, almost like a ground slam, just like a pretty much down slice, and then like the Zelda style whirlwind. I don't know if you guys can see those well enough on that camera, but yeah, this is just the first fencing. She'll come down, charge up, and then power out. The other one is pretty much the same position except jump up and grand slam down. The last one, she's instead of going down, she's going back and then swiping. Oh wow, key lime pie! You're just trying to kill me.
Key lime, sorry.
Or, you know what I meant.
The other one. Yep.
I just went to the gym today.
Alright, work it all.
But we're going with the first one because it's more of a fencer style, where she's gonna charge up and poke. Sorry, I'm not gonna eat that on stream. I always got food on stream. I don't know why. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a little charge up. She's gonna hold that pose and then quickly jolt out. Now, the difference between this and I got this book. I've been using this book a lot. I always make mention of it. Game Anim. They make mention of pretty much the main character as far as attack cycles go. Last time when I did it with the frog, I did it a little differently because it's an enemy attack character as opposed to the main character. And what I mean by that is when they do the attack cycle, when it goes from the charged up to the attack, there's only 1 to 3 frames max. With the frog, I gave it between 4 and 6 because we want to hit that visual cue so that the player knows to hit the dodge roll button and be able to dodge or move out of the way. Actually, I have not done the death animation for that character, and I don't know how they're dealing with death in that game. I don't know much more than just the visual aspect of the game. So the death cycles are, I don't know. They're doing it in Unity, so they can do a lot of particle and just visual effects stuff that within game engine that could take care of it anyway. Because I actually have to learn Unity for my new job now, like programming everything. So I'm learning a few different things that he can easily do without any problem and still make it look fantastic. So they could just ragdoll it. Ragdoll is probably going to be the easiest and then disappear. And that's not, I mean, it's difficult, but it's not like terribly difficult. It's probably easier on the animation side. So, but ragdoll's fun. It always looks funny. You always get a good laugh out of that anyway. But hopefully they get it in time to E3, because this game does look pretty spectacular. It looks very pretty. I don't know how much they advanced on the gameplay because I have not seen any of the gameplay except one trailer that I think I showed earlier. So, yeah. But we're going to follow along with my drawing. So, pretty much it's going to be 2 stances. It doesn't really need more than that. And then, well, it's going to need 4 keyframes. So, you got this one, or 6. This one, which it's going to start and end in, but we're not going to do the ending one. It's going to have a charge one, where it's down the charge. The straight out, which is probably around 12. Actually, no, it's 5. I can't count. Yeah, start, down, the attack, the reset, and then back to the original position. That's the cycle. That's the cycle we're going with. I'm really only missing just one drawing, but that's fine. We'll work with it. But actually, it would be a good time to look at some fencing. Fencing attacks, because just to get an idea. Yeah. I'm very happy to be back to animating. I've been wanting to get back for the past like half a week, but I've just been too busy trying to get a house, training for my job, just getting stuff all around together. Just mainly traveling is like the most thing. Should do some extreme things. Maybe. Pretty much like that, except a lot harder. But I want to. So the difference is what I have in the drawing is I have bringing the sword back. So I really want to show it's like a charge, because the camera is mostly going to be from this position anyway. So having the sword in front like a fencer isn't going to be completely ideal. Yeah, it makes sense because she's more of a fencer type, but she's also, this is her standard pose. I did not create this pose. Well, I mean, I did that one, but the actual pose for the game is very similar to this. And she's holding in her right hand, and her right hand is leaning back more, which is not typically a fencer pose. Fencers have it forward all the time, but fencer-like attacks. So we're gonna work with that, and we're gonna charge it up behind her, and then straight out. And since it's a very heavy attack as opposed to just a straight light attack, yeah, we're definitely gonna keep it probably to 2 frames. I don't like, we're gonna maybe stretch it on 3, but I don't think it's gonna be 3. And then we're also gonna make her move out a little bit too. We're gonna, whoa, come on, put that down. We're gonna probably jolt her probably about that far. I don't see her going much farther than that. Actually, probably right around there. But we're gonna have to delete that anyway, because when exporting, you don't move the character. So like when I did the walk cycles and the run cycles, like I did them along a path, but once when I handed it in, I had to turn them off. But good thing I have a lot of this already set up. So we're gonna remove the cape, because the cape is actually getting generated in engine, which is freaking awesome. There's a piece of thread that goes from the spool to the needle, which is like glowing, or I don't know if they changed it, but when I saw it, it was glowing, and it had like this really cool effect to it, and I hope they keep it like that or make it better. Not that you really can, but what do you want? But yeah, so we're gonna go with that. So we're gonna get her to the charge position. We'll try some different charging positions out, because I'm not exactly sure. I forget, these aren't on IK. Are they? Do I want these on IK or FK? We're gonna keep these on IK, because IK is usually easier. Especially since she's going to be sliding anyway. I'm doing this for a game, Jess. This is I don't know if you know Logan from SCAD, or I don't know who else is on it except Logan and Monica. I did a game jam with them 2 years ago, 3. 1 year, 2 years ago, 2 years ago. And we won that game jam, which was awesome. That was a 2D game in Unity. This is their game. I like, honestly, the last time I saw anything was like when I started streaming a couple months ago. So, oh, you're working on it too. Awesome. What did you do on it? Because I still don't know who rigged this. I know who modeled the frog now. I think it was Monica that did the frog. I don't know who rigged it though. I wish I could work the eyes, because I would totally use the eyes a lot, but so when you're charging, you're normally going to tighten up. And she's about to go for a straight attack, so it's at the same time, it's not, you're going to tighten up, but be like controlled is the right word. You're going to be tightened but controlled at the same time, and she's gonna go shooting straight forward. Move back a little bit too. Yeah, definitely back. Move that to the Cape Geo. I thought she had a shoulder control. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. So, yeah, I'm trying to get this done. Not like, I'm not trying to rush, but I gotta get this done. I did the wind-up animation, like she's cranking the wind-up things in the environment. I'm not entirely sure what it's used for, honestly. Is it when she's like doing like she ends up throwing her needle and she ends up like pulling herself up a thread? Is that what it's for? I think that's what you're talking about. Because I have seen her. She in the very tutorial or trailer video, she throws the needle out. She's able to like pull things. That's it. She threw the needle out. She's able to like pull things in. That's probably what you did. So it's kind of like, I don't know if you played God of War, like how Kratos can throw his axe and retrieve it. It's kind of like that, except it's not magic throwing it back. It's magical thread that she pulls in. So, you know what? Don't want it straight out. Yeah, actually I kind of like that. We'll drop this arm. Oh, I think I did see another like wheel thing in the... You're gonna make me pull it up. Hold on. I don't want to go through my Facebook, because that's how the only way I can find this dang trailer. I'm gonna pull up the trailer real quick. Just give me 2 seconds. Oh no. You're making me pull this up. Yeah, I didn't want to pull. Yeah, I found it. Here it is. But damn, I should really just save this, but for some reason, I don't. All right. Oh. There we go. So here it is. I thought I remember the thread glowing. Yeah, there it is. Haha. I thought that looked awesome. I swore I saw a crank or something. Yeah, so I did a jump and a dodge roll that wasn't in at this point. Oh, maybe I was mistaking the crank for that thing. That was cool. I think this is going to be very interesting once when they get... So obviously, for those just coming in and watching, all these geos are not the final thing. This is just like a base thing that you do when you're playtesting games and stuff like that. It's apparently going to look way better than just this. At least the latest trailer, oh boy. I need to see the latest trailer. It's gonna be fun. You have me on Facebook, right? Just send it to Messenger, and then once you send it, I'll pull it up for us to watch, because I definitely haven't seen it. I think I can maybe do like a rotating thing with her arm. That would probably be pretty cool. Oh, thank God. Ha ha ha. Was not, you distracted me. Was not paying attention to where I was making those keys. God. Awesome. Alrighty. Whoa. Oh, I see that. Well, that's gonna be hidden anyway. If it's hidden, don't worry about it. That's actually the golden rule of fucking modeling. I actually don't remember if I have to animate the spool. I think I do. Because I know he said some things were getting generated. Yeah, there's. Right. Sorry, let me do this one more time. I just don't like going through my Facebook on stream. It's unprofessional. Oh wow. Oh my God. Wow, that looks amazing. Sorry. Put this back up. We're gonna watch this together. Just immediately the initial images look friggin' beautiful. Wow. Jesus. This looks awesome. Hopefully I see my animations in there. Wait, we'll do this in order. 319. Yeah, we'll watch this one first. Yo, that's my frog! That's my frog! Yo, this is so cool. That's amazing. Whoever did those follow-up attacks, because I didn't do the back swipe, those are pretty good. I did that dodge roll. That was all me. So, with the dodge roll, I think oh no, he did it right. Okay. Not that he did it wrong. I was wondering how his head was working with the dodge roll. This looks amazing. Now, no offense to them if they're watching. They need to work on their trailer work. Just kidding. Just messing around. Actually, it was funny. When I first met them and we did the game jam, they tried to put a 15 gigabyte trailer for a 1 minute video, which was kind of funny. I was laughing my ass off when they told me how big the file was. If you're doing a 1 minute video, I don't care what kind of thing it is, it should never be 15 gigabytes. It looks amazing. This really does. I know he said he's gonna try and get it ready for E3, so I really hope they do. Oh wow, okay, this trailer's better. This trailer's immediately better. Yo, that water effect. Oh my god. If this actually becomes a real game, I'm going to stream this. I really hope it does. My god. Oh, that's what you did. That's what you did. Yo. I am so happy. That looks amazing. I'm so happy right now. This just pumped. I was already pumped up that he asked me to do a few more animations. I am now even more pumped to do this. I want to play it too. Like this is. It looks friggin' dope. I will never say dope again. Though I usually say it a lot. Yeah. Why did that pop up? Whatever. So I have this weird messenger thing that goes on in the bottom right corner, and I don't. It just randomly pops up with the most random stuff. But I'm actually kind of happy with that. You know, I might change my mind later on. But, yeah. Actually, let's think about the silhouette real quick. I thank you for showing me that. That made me very happy. Oh, whoa, what did I do there? I always do that lately. I also haven't animated in like 2 weeks. I'm not happy about that. Actually, that's not true. I animated last week, but that was for something else. That was for my last thing at Blipped for the phone game. Relax that wrist a little bit. Why is that popping up now? I don't like that. Yeah, no problem. It's definitely so cool to see it all coming out. Also, I'm also moving to Virginia soon too. I just got a job offer. Where'd you get? What job? I'm trying to think what's in Virginia. Was it Real Big Games or something like that? I know that's on Virginia. On Maryland side of DC, it's Bethesda. Blipped was also in Virginia, but I never got to move there. And what part of Virginia? Because I'm going towards the Richmond area. Forward. I know. I'm trying to decide what I like. Actually, you know what? I don't mind lifting the arm up. We're gonna relax that out a little bit. Newport. You're gonna design aircraft carriers? You better do me proud, because I know a bunch of people that are probably gonna be on them. Yeah, I don't know if you know, I was in the Navy. I was stationed in Virginia Beach, which is not too far from the Norfolk base. A lot nicer than the Norfolk base. I went there once and I hated it. But okay, so there's some parts of Virginia Beach that are like bad, but then there's some parts that are like really awesome. So you're gonna be close to the beach a lot, and their beaches can be really nice. So that's pretty awesome. You're gonna be like 2 hours from me? No, an hour and a half from me. And I do plan to go to I do plan on going to the beach a lot, hopefully. Because we almost moved to Greenville, and that was gonna be like 3 hours away from the beach, 4 hours, and I was gonna be so upset. I was gonna be so mad. I love the beach. Alright, yeah, I'm happy with that now. I'm definitely gonna change my mind though. I just like to zero things out sometimes. So I really want that back leg to be straight. I really want a good twist in her body too. Okay, actually, you know what? Slide I'm thinking if she's going to be doing like a sliding move, so her feet are still going to be making contact with the ground. Come in a little bit. So, the thing to keep in mind when I'm doing this though, is that it is a cycle. So, it's going to eventually have to get back to the square. But for this, we're going to end up... Actually, it's the same thing with this. This one's going to be on the point, so it's... Yeah, the curve is going to be fine getting back to it. Maybe not lunging that much. That's better. Maybe I can keep her foot... Yeah, I can keep the foot on the spot. That's going to be a lot easier. So when you do move the foot off the spot like that, it's gonna be... Whoa, I hate when you do that. You move the spot off like that, it's kind of hard to keep... not hard to keep track of. You just gotta keep in mind, because even though it's moving, we're gonna see it moving. When it's getting exported, it's not, and you still gotta make sure it's moving cohesively. Cohesive. Yeah, they have Navy personnel at the shipyard. Well, that's since they stayed there, and the ship is in for half. I'm really excited. I think it'll be a great opportunity. We'll have to catch up. Definitely. Definitely. I will definitely catch up with you. There's one thing that I do have to say though. Make enough room in the showers if you're designing the inside of the showers. Because you have no idea how many complaints there are that the showers are always too small. So, I never went on an aircraft carrier. I've always wanted to. I'm like one of the only few people that wanted to go overseas, that wanted to go on a ship, and got complete shore duty. And I was pissed. But, I was so mad. I had a small opportunity in my last 6 months ago on a ship, but my wife Lauren begged me not to go, because that was when we were about to move to Savannah, because I was still getting out, but that was when I was getting to SCAD. And it's not that I don't regret it. I don't regret anything. It's just I really wish I could have had that experience. But a lot of those stories where the showers are so small, and you have these curtains, like they have these like rubber curtains, and they're always like got gross black mold on it. And if they ever touch you, you gotta like rub yourself down with soap and stuff. People gotta have platform shoes like ridiculously high, because the water's always gross because people are doing gross things. And we're gonna leave it at that. God, alright, I'm sorry. Restream again. This restream only activates when I hold control down, and I press control a lot, so we're gonna move it over to here. and I keep minimizing it, but it doesn't get minimized. There we go. And there's just stories, just gross things, and showers are completely unsanitary. Just make sure the showers are good, and you'll keep everybody happy. They're already comfortable with the amount of space that there is in sleeping. They always tell me it's kind of like a coffin. You have about, from laying down, they have a bed. They have about that far from the space in front of them. They're already comfortable with that and used to that. I mean, if you can get them more room, that'd be awesome. But I wouldn't count on that too much. You know, the one biggest thing I would definitely say is definitely the showers. And plus, what was it? The Enterprise, the last Enterprise, got decommissioned when I was in service. I think 2 years after I got in the last Enterprise. I don't remember if they made a new one though. That's what we want, but that wrist is bending way too much. Yeah, I'll definitely see what I can do about the showers. Yeah, at least I could say it because I'm not in. If it was somebody in the military and they said that, they would get a talking to. No, fencer normally would keep their eyes on what they're getting poked at. I really want to keep this straight as possible, but that wrist just doesn't look right. It's because it's gonna go like this. And we're gonna add just a slight bend to the forearm. Then we can relax that back a bit. Now, I probably could. Actually, that might be fine. I mean, yeah, it's not like perfectly straight like a fencer probably would have it, but the thing about that is it's a game, and it's probably not going to get noticed anyway since we're doing it in like a split second. It's like 1/20th of a second. It's probably not going to get seen too much. One second. I just had an idea. Alright, sorry. I had a random idea. That's not gonna work. I don't want to hyperextend that wrist though. But I'm really, you know, maybe they're not gonna notice it. We'll put it like it's going straight, and we'll adjust it if we have to, because it's gonna go straight out and then it's gonna come back anyway. So maybe we'll be fine. Maybe we'll be fine. Actually, I kind of want to have more rotation to the body. By the way, so many people are going to thank me for telling you to do the showers. I can tell you what, if you actually get to do that. I mean, I don't know if that sounds demeaning or not to you, but to somebody who's like been there, like that's friggin' huge. Anything that deals with hygiene, if you get that right, they will love you. And I will tell everybody I know that I told them to tell you to do that. We'll give you so much props. You'll be a national hero. I'm gonna curl it and make it a fist. What's going on? Why is that foot looking weird? Yeah, whoever rigged the foot kind of did it a little weird. They should have just left it the way it was. Yeah, keep out the trolls. That looks pretty good. It's pretty good. We might have to make it 3 frames. I really want her to dip down and go forward, because I could see the curve already. I could see the arc. Oh my god, that would be really cool. I really hope I get a 3rd frame in there. We could probably do it in 2. We're gonna see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Real quick, I just gotta act it out and see how she's gonna land her feet. Oh no. I might have to switch up the feet. Or not really switch it up, but I might have to move the foot like that. I might need another keyframe right here and then there. Well, I mean, these aren't in the right time anyway, but whatever. Oh shit, the wrong one. I need to stop cursing. Whoa! How's everybody doing now? I haven't talked to any of you in like forever. I meant to make, like I said, I meant to be on animating earlier this week. I've been so freaking busy. Just doing random things. I'm happy to finally be learning like actual useful programming though in Unity. I want to make my own 2D games so bad too. Why is that not on? I just noticed that those NURBs aren't on their joint. That's weird. That's very weird. I really wish I had those textures though that they had in the trailer. Because I would love to just be animated with those textures on, just see how beautiful it is the entire time. Got it. Alright, I know how I want to do it now. There we go. We're gonna do something like that. We're gonna dip her down a little bit and roll up. I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna make that a thing. I'm such a fucking dork. Well, I can make myself. Nah, if there's not a point to do it. That would just be strictly for me. Trust me, I would love it though. Basking in all its glory. Jealous as hell. Okay, so I don't know if you know or anybody else who's watching. Logan also friggin' got a job at 343. I had like a phone interview with 343, and that was it. I got canceled with it. So I'm so happy for him, and mad jealous. 343 is amazing, and I would love to work on Infinite because I'm a huge fan of Halo. More so of its story than the gameplay. Especially, like, Reach was the last good one to me. I absolutely love the story to Reach. The gameplay was pretty much the same as 3, just nothing terribly new, but I still love 3's gameplay. But 4 and 5, I played a little bit. The stories were pretty good, but not as impactful as Reach or 3 or definitely 2. So jealous he got that job. Good for him though. He deserves it though. He's a very good programmer. He's very good. But he also got a job before he graduated too. Unlike me, I had to wait 2 months and 10 now to get this job, which is a very good job. I'm gonna love working for them, for these guys, because I didn't like ODST. You liked it? I didn't think the story was there, and the gameplay. They don't really change up the multiplayer too much in Halo, which I get. It's fine because I love the multiplayer, but I kind of wish they did a little bit more. Especially in 4 and 5, but I didn't like ODST that much. Reach definitely was amazing. Played the crap out of Reach. 3 was my favorite though. I don't think anything could ever beat 3. Put the head down a little bit. That's putting a lot of weight on the right. So we're gonna arch it to the right. Because she's gonna slide up. So this is how we're doing this. Because trying to act it out, she's gonna slide and she's gonna take a step, roll up, and then step back. Which actually is gonna be a nice movement, so. I didn't play 4 and 5 either. I've watched. I played a little bit, like at people's places. I never owned. I think those came out. Both those came out on Xbox One. I never had an Xbox One. But I did watch like playthroughs of both of them. I will say I did not like 4's story that much, and I love 5. I love 5's story. I thought that was pretty good. Even though a lot of people didn't like it as much with the whole Cortana and what was it, Genlock, I think his name was. Commander Locke, something like that. I forget his name. Nobody liked him. I mean, I didn't like him that much either, but whatever. The dude who was chasing Master Chief because he went AWOL. Trying to make Chief a bad guy sort of thing. I remember when the trailers came out for that, like they were like, "Oh, Chief's gone rogue." You don't do that with a main character. You just don't. But they still did fine by me with the story. I still thought it was really good. I'm gonna throw the arms forward because I'm gonna anticipate some overlapping action. Ooh. He might not like this, that I'm taking too far a step from the center. I'm gonna see what he thinks about that, though. It might be fine. I just don't know. I just don't know. A lot of these are going to be from this angle. That one's fine. Actually, come probably fair to move that back a little bit. So let's try and this. I'm just thinking of the silhouette, how it's going to look. Also, at the same time, the motion, how much speed she's getting too, because she's to be able to move that far with a thrust and then catch herself. Actually, it seems fine. Actually, it's not bad. I'm okay with this. Alright, we've been animating for, well, talking and animating for about an hour. I'm only going to animate for another hour, maybe? At least finish the blocking. But right now I'm going to take a quick bathroom break and I need to get something to drink. So, give me like 5 minutes. I don't even think it's worth it to put a... Oh, I meant to put that on blocking. I don't even think it's worth it though to put it to... That's not terrible. I'm gonna leave this up for people passing by. I mean, it's not really much, but no, not that one. Almost open, so not bad, just sensitive. give me like 5 minutes. I'm gonna get me something to drink because I left it in the other room, and go to the bathroom because I've been drinking like a fish. Love me a good old Guinness. Alright. Just pour this. So this thing's filled up with nitrogen. It's got one of those little balls in it, like a paint can. You're supposed to mix and pour. Then you stop, you mix, you pour. Love Guinness. Oh, no wonder it fizz. Somebody dropped it and didn't tell me. Bastards. They paid for it, so I can't really be mad. Alright. I saw something. She's moving too straight, and that's fine. That's fine. What we are going to do is instead to the right, go to the left a little bit. Catch her bounce a little bit more over that way. We're going to try it like that. I know, I'm changing my mind back and forth. I'm allowed to do it. I got time though. Little heads up, I am going to be animating tomorrow night. Again, probably around the same time. 8 o'clock-ish. No. I'm going to animate later at night, so probably around 10-ish. I will be animating longer though. I'm going to try and get this done next stream. If not next stream, then Saturday morning I will be animating. Yeah, Saturday morning. I mean, he only wanted a rough pass by this weekend, and I'm trying to get it done by this weekend. Not trying to rush, just I can get it done. Because like 30 frames worth of animation isn't like terrible, but I want it to look good. So 3 days of good animation time isn't unreasonable to get good animation, to get a good cycle, and cycles I love. So yeah, you know what, we're gonna shift her to the right, still left. I should have drew this one out. I should have. do that? Maybe we don't need it. I was thinking that there's an extra frame gonna be needed, or keyframe needed right there to have her stand and then step back. We could just do it all in one go. And I'm only saying that because I'm trying to think on the gameplay feel, because she's not generally slow, and I feel like taking up 1 full second. Oh shit. Yes. I mean, it wouldn't have been a big deal. It's an easy fix, but I totally forgot. Good thing I opened up an old file instead of picking a new one. It's on 30 frames per second instead of 24. Games are done on 30 most of the time. As far as animation goes, gaming is done on animation, so 30 frames per second. Regular animations, movies, and stuff are done at 24. Especially 2D. Almost everything 2D is done in 24. But whatever. Totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I might not need that frame. I might just have her step back up and go to. Oh. And I could use that for the time, so. Well, let's see it like that. I'm not completely done with this yet. I still don't know how I feel about that one. But let's see. Oh, I swore I pressed the blocking button. Oh. Duh. Alright, if it was me just straight up animating, I would definitely put that extra keyframe in there. I really would. But since it's an attack, I probably could put it in there. It would just have to be really quick. I mean, it is a heavy attack, and when you do heavy attacks, it's your most powerful, but your most vulnerable at the same time, because you leave yourself open, and it takes a lot of time. You got to get yourself back up. Legend of Zelda, like the other example, the reason why I took that, because it's a perfect example. He charges a sword back. He has a sword, which is half of his defense. I mean, he has a shield too, depending which game and form you're in, whatever. He leaves himself open. He actually can't even defend it. He gets hit, and he can't charge up sword. But once he does it, that's his most powerful attack. He does his whirlwind, speeds up, and goes on. Dark Souls, another perfect example. You have light and strong attacks, and you do your strong attack, yeah, you do more damage, but you can get hit like nobody's business. I It's common sense. I shouldn't even be explaining it. Whatever. I know. I could probably slip it in there and just keep the same time. It might be fine. Because she's got to hold that front position anyway. Could drop it back. It'll be here to here. And the other one will be like right there. And then she'll step back. It'll be fine. I think that'll work. So this is going to have some charge up time too. I forgot about that, so we could probably... And the other one will be right there. That should work. That will go back to there. You know, right there. That's how I'll do it. I mean, if worst comes to worst, needs to be second. Actually, think. We're gonna open up an old the frog attack, and oh no. That's actually not a good thing. Should not even bring that up. So when this frog in the trailer, he does his 3 attacks. When I did the 1 swing, it was only 30 frames, 35 frames. Yeah, 30 should work. 30 will work. We're gonna make it work. Sorry, I'm thinking out a lot of things because I want to get this right. I want to make him proud. And I want to see a game of mine up at E3. I know there's other ways to do this, but it's fine. That's why I don't like how they rig their feet, is because it bends like that. It really shouldn't. They should have just like skin weighted it completely, just one joint. But it's fine. I'm just being a picky jerk. I'm so annoying. like how it was automatically doing that, even though actually I don't mind it sliding. Oh, it's not even sliding. That's awesome. Beautiful. I forgot something. Forgot to stretch. Well, we don't have to do that right now. That's not a big deal. So we're going to straighten out the back a little. Nope. Oh, wrong one. Oh, that's right. That is the other thing about the rig on this thing is so when they did the joints, they did the orientation of the joints a little differently than normal, and it's just a little bit harder for animators to animate. It's not bad, it's just nitpicky. What's good about it is I haven't encountered anything gimbal because of it. It's just bad because I have to think about other things that I shouldn't normally have to. Like the orientations of X, Y, and Z's are not X, Y, and Z. But that's fine. It's still a fantastic rig. There's a lot of details and features that are there that normally aren't in good rigs. You know, it's good rig. It's a good rig. I don't want to bash anybody because it's one of the better rigs I've played with. I say the same thing over and over again. Not what I wanted. What did I do? How did I do that? Oh. I'm so confused. Why is this not right? How did that not get over in the right spot? Currently, Silvercon, what's up? First of all, hi. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, currently I only do 3D animations. I do plan on actually doing actual game making, like straight up from scratch, like I have a plan for a 2D game, pixel art, that I want to go through with, and I will do the entirety of it. Thank you for following. I'm assuming that was you. My stuff's a little late. I do plan on doing that entirely. I just got back from 3 weeks. I just got a new job. I'm working on game simulations for training gaming simulations for the Army. Just got the job, and I'm about to move there in the next month. I'm going to set up a schedule. Everything's going to be great. It's just going to be a little rocky until I actually move there and work there. But I do plan on doing more than just this. I do plan on doing modeling too eventually. I'm good with rigging. I'm not great at modeling, but I'm definitely going to have to get better because my job's going to require me not to only animate, but model, edit, film edit. I plan on doing literally everything. Like hell, I'll even get to doing trailer making. Like that would be cool. Actually, that's a really good video. Definitely make trailers. 2D stuff. I've made this for myself. I mean, that's very simple, but give me a break. I'll do that. I'll do stuff like that on stream. Actually, I made... Do I have the Maya crash counter on there? So the Maya crash counter that's up at the top here. Thank you for reminding me. I made the Maya crash counter straight up on the stream because it crashed 7 times within like 20 minutes, and I got so mad I made a crash counter. Thank you. Needle point. This is gonna be a charge attack. I didn't even save yet. Thank you for interrupting me because that reminded me to save. That's not a jump. That would have been bad had I crashed. But yeah, I'm planning on doing a bunch of different things. I'm gonna stick with animation mostly for the next couple months because I have 2 other animations going. I just started this one today. This is for a friend who's going to Hispanic College Art and Design, which I went to. I graduated already. But this game that they're making, dang it, I turned off the trailer. They're trying to get it into E3 for SCAD this coming year, so I'm trying to get an animation done for them so they can add a few more to it and actually get it going. So I'm excited for them. I'm gonna stick with this for today, tomorrow, pretty much this weekend. I'm gonna finish this up hopefully by Saturday morning latest, and then I have another attack animation and a dialogue cycle that I'm going through as well on stream. I'm getting those through. Once we get those done, actually I'll adjust my demo reel on stream. I'll do stuff like that, and then I'll eventually get into doing gaming stuff because by then I should have Unity completely mastered on programming because that's what I'm going through right now. I did know some of Unity and a bit of programming here and there, but I'm actually like full-on training for it, which is fun. It's just time-consuming. I'm good with logic and numbers, so programming ain't that bad. But it's just it's time-consuming. It takes a lot of time to do stuff like that. Well. No, we're gonna preemptively move the leg back. One, two, 10. Yeah, that's better. Definitely better. So, I thought I moved that. Oh, that's what happened before. I only know a little bit of. I'm assuming that's German. I only know very. Oh shoot. Sorry. I only know a little bit of German. Was wir das? Ja, Animation. Yeah, I know. I know you couldn't see me. I just noticed. My bad. Thank you for reminding me. I only know very little German. I can only pick out a few words. Not art and animation. Wir das. Yeah, I don't know what that says. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn a lot. I like learning. I want to learn many different languages too. Those take time. You know, I'm gonna disappear again, but this time I will put it back up. I have to go through my Facebook to bring up the trailer, and I don't want to show that, so I will be back up. I'm going to show you the trailer for it, because I just saw this trailer today, and it is absolutely beautiful. So when I first saw it, all I saw were just the simple polygons. I didn't see... No. There we go. I didn't see... Here we go. I've got you back up there. I didn't see the actual art style. I saw very simple polys and simple textures, like literally just one color textures. They weren't even rendered out for anything. Oh. Use translator at the moment. Pons translate. I don't know, but I just saw this today. I had it up on stream earlier. Watch this one first. I did the frog. I did a few animations on her and a few on this frog character that you're about to see. I did his walk cycle. I did one of his part of his attack. They actually added more to his attack after. I did not do that jump attack. But the dodge roll. This game is incredible. It's like a it's a puzzle fighting adventure game, platformer kind of too. It's like Zelda to me, and it is absolutely beautiful. I think this is a very, very awesome design. I can't wait to see it completely finished. It's that traditional adventure type game. This is its actual trailer. This is actually a decent trailer. The last one was just a teaser sort of thing. I wish I did more animations for them, but I came in late to help them out. Like I started doing this live streaming stuff back in February, like early February. They needed the animations way long ago. Yeah, it's kind of like that, kind of like Monster Hunter. A lot of dodging. I did the dodge roll. That was like the one thing he really liked about when I first animated for him. They did the dodge roll. He said he really liked it, so I'm happy. I did animate with them before. We did a game jam for a global game jam, which is a very popular thing. It's worldwide, obviously global. We actually, when I first met them, we ended up winning the one for SCAD in Savannah, which was awesome. That's how I first met them. They're very talented. He's a very talented programmer, and I know the person who modeled the frog. I don't know what else she did. She probably did a lot because those two are really good friends. So I'm very excited to work with them again. It's been a while. Thanks. Thanks. I had a lot of influence from Overwatch and their jumps. Oh my! I'll bring this up real quick because I actually ended up because I think this is just friggin' funny. Overwatch jump animations. I ended up actually contacting the animator for Overwatch and to ask him on like a few questions on how he did these, because I had to do a jump animation for her as well, but I also asked it specifically for the dodge roll. If you slow this down, wait, Diva's the best one, and this is in-game animations. If you go watch, if you go play Overwatch and you like somehow watch somebody jump, Diva out of mech, awesome. So wait, no, it's ruining. They do a lot of super squatching and stretching. So also the other thing is when they do their jumps, they immediately go vertical instead of squashing down and jumping, but that's because it's a game aspect. Oh, come on. It just goes really slow because there's a lot of frames. So watch her. Look at that. Her body completely stretches. Her legs go nuts. I think her hair is generated, so I don't think they had to animate her hair. And then look how her feet come back. And her feet going through the floor is not an animation error. It's a game translation error from the engine, which isn't bad. You only see it for one frame anyway, and only a person like me, an animator slowing it down like this, would notice it. I didn't even notice it when I was playing. I had to do this to notice. But animators do crazy stuff just like that. She was the worst. Not worst, just most noticeable. So on a robot, it's probably like the least likely you'll see anything like that, because they try and stay true to the material. Yeah. No stretching. Minimal stretching. But if you press comma or period, you can go frame by frame. Is YouTube 24 frames per second? So you might be skipping a few frames when it comes to gaming stuff. They might have a few extra frames in there. I can't remember. I can't remember if it's 30 frames or 24 for YouTube. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna have to look that one up. It might be 30 to 30 to match with Overwatch, because I think that those frames did seem right just looking at it. I don't know off the top of my head, but yeah, going frame by frame is very nice, especially if you want to do reference animations like I do all the time. But just humor me. I'm going to put this back to spline. I don't normally like doing it. We're going to do it anyway, just to get a good idea. Whoa. Not select everything? I did not select everything. That's weird. Where will the feet? Oh. How did those get changed back? Why is it still clicking? I selected all of them. Now should be. So, the timing's obviously not right. The leg's going to be coming out. The leg's going to be stepping earlier. It's probably going to step right about there. The foot should already be down. Yeah, the foot's going to be down to about 15. But that's just how keyframing animation works. How did I get into this? In my commissions, where did you get them? Or how did I get this model? So many keys. There's only 5, 4, 6. There's only 6. That's only 6 keys. It's just one thing for there. So this is what you do. You keyframe things. So you pretty much keyframe is just posing. You just get a pose. You pose it. You pose it where you want it to be. You pose it. And then I normally do it on blocking, which you only see the poses. And then you turn it into spline, which is Maya's generation of what it thinks you want it to do. It pretty much does like a curved line. Yeah, once when you look at it all, it's a lot. You know what? I'll bring up a fun one. Which one should I bring up? I don't have... So I got a new computer back in January. I don't have everything of my old stuff on here. We're gonna see what we have though. And I wanna show off how many keys are normally done on an animation. Because you think that was a lot? That dude, like even on that one character, that's nothing. Nothing. Adventure test. The adventure test would be cool. LWS characters. I forget what that is. No, I don't want to show that one. That one's kind of crappy. We'll show this one. It's nothing. We'll do this one. I did this on stream too. Well, okay, so I only did the 15 frames worth on stream. I did the walk cycle and the run cycle for this character, but on stream I did a transition from the two. Normally you'd have a game engine do it, depending. Sometimes you could have a game engine do it, but other times you'll have an animator do these small little transitions to go from one to the other. They did it for like Assassin's Creed. 19 years old, I have a lot to learn. Listen, you got all the time in the world to learn. I'm 27, 28 almost, and I am continuously learning. I learn every day. Like I bought this book. If you want to learn how to animate, first off, get this book. This is Richard Williams' Animation Survival Kit. Every animator ever, any country, any industry that's an animator has this book, and they read it and learned it. I can guarantee it. If they don't, then they're not a true animator. This is like a Bible. Richard Williams, he worked for Disney, and he animated for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Yeah, you have it? Yeah. See? That's a good one. I bought this one recently. This is Game Anim. This just came out, I think, in February, too. This is by Jonathan Cooper. He was the lead animator for Ubisoft when they did Assassin's Creed 3. He was an Assassin's Creed 3 animator. Or was he the lead or was he the director? Animation director. I can't remember what position he had in that game, but he's now working at Naughty Dog, I believe. I forget exactly where he's working, but he works on a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that book is amazing. This one's good. This one's strictly for game animations, which not too many people actually teach. You can go to school. I went to Savannah College Art and Design. They had a game anim class, but from what I heard from other people, it wasn't great. Hearing I'll try and pull this. This guy, yeah, that dude. Yeah, Assassin's Creed 3 animations. So, he is a fantastic animator. I loved Assassin's Creed 3. I love the Assassin's Creed game. They always make great animations. This guy, I showed his stuff in class all the time. No problem. Dude, he's a champion. There are times you just watch other people's animations and you're like, you jerk. Why you gotta mess up with that? Gun wouldn't work like that, but that's besides the point of the boss. Yeah, it's high level content. He's been in the biz for a while. Okay. See all those keys? I clicked one thing. Check this out. All of those keys. Let's check the graph editor. Yeah, that's the graph editor, boy. I hand did like a lot of those. So, it's first a walk cycle, and then I did a transition to a run cycle. Oh god, it's slowing down my computer, which is surprising. Not really slowing it down, it's just I'm doing some crazy stuff. It's not looking back, it's not great. It's okay. I see. So, I mean, I'm not even at a great level, but when you ever get to my level, I'm trying to speak from a high point. I have a little bit of experience, but when just seeing anything from an art perspective, you have to be able to see all the errors. With how do I want to word this? You can't always be finished with your work. You have to constantly be working on one thought. Nothing's ever finished. That's how you have to work. And that's how I work. That's how I've been taught to work. Nothing is ever finished. There's always something that could be improved. Even for Jonathan Cooper showing his reel, if I really wanted to, I can get nitpicky and pick out a few mistakes here and there on his animation. I don't want to be a dick though, because that's a dick move to just do that on stream. I'll do it to my own work, no problem. Or if you ever want to show me animation, I won't be a dick. I'll give you constructive criticism. I never mean with my criticism. I'll always make everything better. I see mistakes. I like the run more than I do the walk, which is surprising because I was never actually great at runs too much. But this one actually came out really good. What I will be? God, nah. Ubisoft's in France. No, Ubisoft's in France, man. I ain't moving out of the country. I'm married. My wife is in the medical field, so she can't leave the country. Or she can't get a job in another country. She would have to go entirely back to school in another country, and certificates and all that. So I'm going to be staying in the United States. They have some places out here. They have one in California. I'm pretty sure they do. I know they have Red Storm Entertainment in Raleigh, North Carolina. They work on Rainbow Six Siege though, or mainly the Rainbow Six games. They don't work on Assassin's Creed, which would be cool. Yeah, I just noticed that. So I've always noticed it when the hand reaches for the spear, the right hand. As long as you will change me. So that's why when I actually did it, I did it from this angle. It looked a little bit better. But, yeah. Oh my god. Alright, so I hit 2 hours. Distracting me, like getting me to talk, which I don't mind. But I was planning on getting off at 11. I didn't want to spend too long animating. But if you have any like last minute questions, please ask me. Do you get a lot of money for what you're doing? So I went to SCAD. Well, first I was in the Navy. I was in the United States Navy for 4 years. That paid for my school because I could not afford to go to SCAD. With scholarship or anything, I could not do it. I don't come from a very wealthy family. So I went there. They paid, Navy paid for it entirely, which is amazing. They gave me a little bit of money while I was in school, which is good. Coming out, I went to a very small phone game company, pretty much brand new. The game isn't out yet. It should be coming out over the next couple months. It's announced, so I cannot talk about it. If you heard of Shopkins, they're like a very highly collectible toy for children. They made like a Pokemon Go version of it, and I did about 5 characters worth. I got paid pretty well with them. I don't feel comfortable giving you a number right now, but I got paid per character, like commission almost. I worked from home. They did offer me a job, however, in the area where they're at, it unfortunately wasn't enough. Which is one reason. It's not the main reason, but it's one reason as far as money goes. Then I just recently got a job to do training simulations and stuff, contracted. So I got hired for one company and they contracted me to the military, back in the military kind of. I do training simulations for them now, sort of. I literally just started this week. So I'm working from home and we moved from there and actually working here. And there I do get paid pretty well, so very comfortable. Especially since I don't have school bills, which is even beyond that. My wife has tons of school bills, but that's sensible. It does pay well. The overall animation job, I think the average entry level is between 50 and 60,000 US dollars a year. I'm assuming you're from Germany. You're speaking German, right? You were speaking German because I did notice a few words. Wow. my wife's family is like German too. Getting in, actually, outside the United States, I feel like it's easier in Germany. Actually, I've seen a bunch of 3D animator positions open up. One company in particular, Guerrilla Studios, they made the Killzone series. They're over in Germany. Those guys are amazing. They make great stuff. They did Horizon Zero Dawn. That was the last game they made. Absolutely beautiful. Animations were top notch, just like Assassin's Creed animations. Oh, it was a beautiful game. It was like a really good one. In other countries, I feel like it is more open. I want to say with an American animation degree, it would be easier to go into another country and get a job as long as you being German, you were to come to America to learn and then go back. I feel like it'd be easier to get a job because I know like the American animation degree is very highly sought after, especially for certain schools like SCAD. Cal Arts is like the biggest one. Cal Arts is like nuts. They go straight to Pixar now, so they like two of the biggest 3D animations. Because I know but it's just hard for like me as an American to go to another country, so I don't really know for sure. There's actually, and the reason why I think that is because there's this Excel sheet. This dude, you just type in animation job Excel sheet. Not to get your hopes up, but there's a problem with SCAD where a bunch of Chinese speaking students. I don't think I can give you this link. I think giving you this link doesn't work. If you Google animation jobs, it should pop up somewhere. Yeah. If you do this, if you just type in animation job posting spreadsheet by this dude, you click this link, and it should bring you to here. Yeah. I save this as this. So when I was looking for jobs, they literally post every type of job in the animation and gaming field, not just animation. And they tell you where it's at. A lot of stuff, like Belgium, Canada, United States, England. I haven't looked at it, so everything in gold is stuff you haven't seen. So I haven't looked since yesterday, 2 days ago. But when I was looking back months ago, a lot of stuff was opening up more outside the United States than in, so that's why I'm saying that. 3D Animator South Africa, and then they usually post up the link. I actually didn't find my job on here, which is a little depressing, but my job was only open for like 3 days, so like I hopped on that quick. I found that on ZipRecruiter, which is, I don't know if that's helpful in Germany. It's still very good, but I guess it depends on where you're at, how secure it is. As long as you do good work, you're gonna be in. But getting in is usually the hard part. So like I got in with the phone game, which is a huge help. Doing this contract job is gonna be huge for me too. Technically, I'm not completely in yet, because I think once when you make it into getting a AAA game out, or getting a movie out, or getting into commercials, you're not truly in the industry yet. To me, personally, it's a personal goal to eventually work on a AAA game. That's what I want to do, eventually. But I think this military contract is still going to be very good for me. And it's gonna be fun. I've been there, I saw what they do, and like they're amazing. So I'm very happy to be there. Not depressed at all. It's just, honestly, I wouldn't worry too much about how secure the job is. I am so focused on my career that I'm getting jobs. I'm feeling secure right now. I really don't worry about too much as far as money goes. So. As long as you work hard and like are hyper focused like I am, like I'm even doing this on the animation live streams because I thought it'd be good to help me for my job. Looking back, I only noticed like 1 or 2 other people actually live streaming their animations. I follow them. They're actually really cool guys. One's Shrill _Llama, I think that's what it is. Don't make me type it or ask it. I'll type it for you. I think it's this. He does other animations. He's actually in the field. He does contractor work, but he's working for PlayStation. So he worked on Days Gone, which I want to stream. Had you time to learn, so getting better animation, or do you get better with new orders? So when I went to school, that was honestly, so you don't have to go to an animation school to get a job. You don't need a degree. You really just need to be good at getting a good portfolio out there to give to companies. The biggest thing, though, is that SCAD really helped me to network with other people. Somebody helped me get that phone game job because she knew my animations really well, and she knew I was a good person, and she helped me out to get that job. She helped me get another internship too before that. Not a big internship, just a small thing. Networking, and it did provide me the time to animate and learn and hone my craft. If you are disciplined enough, sorry, my headset's not. If you are disciplined enough, you can do your own animations on your own time, learning through tutorials and stuff like that. I'm trying not to make this a tutorial animations. I just like doing this for fun and talking with people. You can ask me all the questions you want. You can send me animations. I'll critique them. I don't want to make it a tutorial. But as long as you are disciplined enough to work for it and practice and do animations, like I started off with traditionally drawing a ball bouncing across the screen on pencil and paper on a light board in class, and we started off with that. Then you move into doing that in 3D. Well, they're separate classes, but doing that to moving a character doing a walk cycle, and then a characterized walk cycle, and then having run down an alley and do something cool. And you just slowly, not slowly, just you progress with each animation, getting better and better until you start doing cool stuff that's not it's not necessarily schoolwork, because I don't have anything schoolwork up on my demo reel. I need to redo my demo reel anyway. But just doing animations, like having a dialogue, having your character do some cool attacks, fighting each other, like that's what you need to be like working with. But that's how I got my time. That was going to SCAD, because like I had a few friends who went there. One worked for Microsoft for a little bit, and another one, she worked for Blue Sky, the guy who did Ice Age and Rio, and then she did Teen Titans Go. She was a storyboard artist. She's a little bit of a minor celebrity in SCAD. A lot of people know her. And I graduated with high school with her. She went to SCAD, and then I went to the Navy. I did 2 years of community college, then went to the Navy, and so she already graduated. And then now she did the Tangled TV show. She's a storyboard artist for that. The other dude was a graphic designer. He did something different. I forget what he's doing now. But it is a good show. Well, the Tangled show. I've watched a few episodes. I watch it for animation purposes. I don't watch too many kids shows anymore. Shows in general. I hyper focus and animate, play games. Yeah, it is. But yeah, man, and as long as you like start, and I recommend starting with the basics, going through that book, because the bouncing ball that I started with is in that Richard Williams book. Start going through that book and just do the animations there first. Just draw. Like even my animation professors draw. You don't even have to animate, just draw. I have a sketchbook. I did I showed them earlier. My pre-sketches of ideas of different attacks I wanted to try out to show the game designer for this game. He went with my first idea because it makes the most sense. It's for like a fencing sword almost. So we did a very straight charge and fence attack. Like I even had the idea of doing like multiples. I mean, these are pretty crappy drawings. I did them fairly quick, and then I had like a jumping one, and then like a Zelda style whirlwind sort of thing. But drawing out everything, like that's how you thumbnail animation. Not like that. You do a little bit more neater and more organized than that. Just draw, and then get to animating. You don't even have to be a great artist as far as drawing goes. I'm actually way better at drawing realistic stuff, realism, than cartoons. Simple stuff, not really simple, it's just controlled. I'm better at doing that. I'm better at drawing what I see, which is actually used a lot of reference to. It's like, don't just, if you can draw from your head, that's awesome, but drawing what you can see is way better. That's perfect. Drawing, understanding. Why is my phone fucked up? Let me catch on. At the moment, I learn the human process. So before I draw one, yeah, yes, that's perfect. Drawing the human body is like the first thing we did in our. Actually, even before animating, we did a whole drawing class, figure drawing almost. Like we get a model every day. We'd have to draw the muscle systems, the skeletal systems, and then turn them into kind of like these stick figures, very advanced stick figures. It is a lot more popular. There is more jobs for 3D stuff than 2D, but that's not to say that there isn't jobs for 2D at all. There is. I absolutely love 2D. After taking a 2D animation class, I almost wanted to switch completely to 2D. Almost. I just it's better for, it's easier to get into games in 3D than it is for 2D in bigger companies, because almost every big company is doing 3D games rather than 2D games. 2D games are mainly for more so indie games. So not saying you can't do it. Some people actually make livings just off of doing indie games. They'll do them by themselves or with small groups of like 3 to 10 people, and they'll just make indie games. You can make a good living off that too. Strictly for games though, yeah, I'd say the bigger studios only do 3D, but there's stuff that you can do with 2D in 3D games as well. Like my favorite fucking, okay, it didn't get a lot of good reviews because Overwatch pretty much killed it, but people don't appreciate this Battleborn opening, and I haven't seen this in so long. This is 2D characters in 3D environment, and they did some the same guys did a bunch effects in the actual game too. So yeah, you need the rules before you can break them too. Yeah, so understanding like the basics of everything before you can do the stretching like they did in that Overwatch thing I showed you. Oh god, this animation. So this is Battleborn. This was made by Gearbox Software. I love Gearbox Software. I'm a huge Borderlands fan. Can't wait for Borderlands 3. And when I saw this opening, like, I was going through my 2D animation class at this time, I was like, this is absolutely beautiful. I know, I'm showing a bunch of like great and wonderful work. And it just makes me jealous. Makes me want to animate more, but the music that goes with this is really good too. But like, this is 2D work. This so Gearbox was working with Secret Sauce, that's their name. They're a Canada company, and they do a bunch of 2D animations. They did, oh, I forget the name of it. Secret House animations. They did a frog animation, frog TV show. It was on Netflix. Did they? No, please don't tell me they went back. They went out. Please don't tell me they're not around anymore. Oh no. Oh, they did such good 2D animations too. That's very upsetting. No, they're still around. This domain. Okay, so their sites are just down. Thank God. Their sites are just down. They did they did this frog animation on Netflix. Yeah, they did this or something like this. I think it was under like a different title underneath it, but this Army of Frogs thing, they did that animation. It was on Netflix for a little bit. It was really cool. Very good animation. Yeah, there's always room for 2D. Like, there's never gonna not be a need for 2D. So don't, if you like 2D, if you do that first, which I suggest you do, and you like that and you like doing that first, then stick with it. like the only reason I didn't want to is because I really wanted to work for specific companies like Gearbox, which now I learned like I could have done 2D stuff for them, but you could do like UI elements, but you'd have to also learn UI and UX, which it's like user interface. It's pretty much like your health bar, how much ammo you got left, stuff like that. But you could still do cool stuff with that. It looks simple, but there's actually a lot under the hood and a lot of psychology on thinking on where things should be and how much of a screen things should take up. And that a lot of that is 2D and graphic design. Visual effects, sometimes they do a lot of 2D effects in games nowadays. They'll combine the two, more so with effects. Sometimes with 3D animations, they're combining with 3D characters, 2D characters. Like getting into Japanese animation, like pretty much only Japanese people make anime, and a lot of Americans don't really understand that. Like literally only Japanese people make anime, and they will only hire Japanese people. But Dragon Ball Z, the last Broly movie, almost in the entirety of it was done in 2D, and it was almost entirely done in 2D except the ending fight scene. Some of it was in 3D, so they're combining a lot of it lately too, with animations. I don't know if I should learn Blender. I heard it's hard to master. Often lose track of what's going on. So I actually don't know how much money they get, but Blender is fantastic to learn because it's free, and so you see this interaction thing. You can learn 3ds Max or Maya with it. So pretty much all that means is so like QWERT, QWERTY. So W is translations in Maya. Ooh, that's a little weird. E is rotations. R is scale. T does that. But it's pretty much the same layout and the way Maya works, except in Blender. Blender is definitely worth learning, especially since it's free, because Maya costs money, and I'm still running an older version of Maya. And I said it like that for a reason. I'm not going to explain why. Let's just say I got it for free. They get for each frame money is complicated. They didn't get. Oh yeah. No, I'll stick with modeling in this. I've been thinking about picking up ZBrush again because back in the day I had a cracked version of ZBrush, and so that's mainly for texturing and more so organic modeling. You can do hard surface modeling in ZBrush. It's better to do in Maya. But there's other programs, free programs and stuff. And Blender, I first learned Blender before I touched Maya, because it's free. And it's getting better. When Blender first came out, it did not compare to Maya, but Blender's getting better and better progressively. Eventually, it will rival Maya, 3ds Max, Cinema 4D. So it's definitely worth learning. I know so many people that would prefer over Maya. I prefer Maya because honestly, as far as animation goes, sticking with one thing and just learning it is just the best way to go, not worrying over which program. Yeah, there are stars over here too. Even some of the Japanese voice actors and actresses are stars over here. So I don't know about Germany. Actually, Japanese band. I love Fooly Cooly, FLCL. The pillows are huge in America, or they used to be at least. Anyway, I love listening to the pillows. They're great. They did all the music for Fooly Cooly, if you didn't know. And they came back to do season 2 and 3. And Wow, I still haven't seen season 3 of Fully Cooley. I'm gonna watch that. But oh geez, yeah, I'm over time. But yeah, thank you for watching and asking questions. I'm gonna be on tomorrow, probably around 10 o'clock, and I'm gonna do it for at least 2 hours. Really? I mean, some jobs were just like, if you learn cinema 4D, like we would definitely use you. I've heard that before, but the thing is, you can learn a program as far as animation goes, like that, like it's nothing. It's. But honestly, learn animation, get good with animation, and when you put it on a reel, nobody's gonna be able to tell. Oh, you did that in Blender? Oh, you did that in Maya? Nobody's gonna be able to tell. Like, I showed you Jonathan Cooper stuff. I don't know what program he used, but it looked freaking amazing, and that's what's important as far as animation goes. In modeling, that's going to be a little bit different because some programs handle it different. But yeah, thanks for hopping by. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be doing this more often. I was away for 3 weeks, so. Come by, check out, ask more questions. I love answering questions like that. I was a TA for a Disney animator, and I'd answer all these questions already. So, and then people would come by on the stream and ask questions. So, definitely, thank you. Yeah, I don't really have much more of a closer. I normally do, but I'm a little off. But thanks for watching. Have a good night. Actually, I might be back on in like an hour or two, and I might live stream some Days Gone if you want to check it out. But